Hi friends and friendly subscribers, welcome back to my channel. This is Inner Hill Tarot, and today we're going to do Inner Hill Tarot readings. Today we're going to do new moon in Pisces tarot reading, and the theme this time it will be what kind of old karmic cycles that you ended. I took this theme because on March 7th 2023 Saturn will start coming into Pisces, and that means that we're kind of Saturn is offloading all of the old karmic, but let it be beliefs or relationships or basically in these two major things, relationship and the karmic belief that you inherited from other people. What's in this pattern that ready for you to let go? So in this video I have 3 piles that you can choose. You can choose the tarot of the everlasting day, or you can choose Apophyllite Ganesh. Okay, so if that is your first pile, and the second pile is the tarot of the what is it called again? Sorry, hold on. The second pile is the Playful Heart Tarot with the bronze Ganesh. So if you like this too, Playful Heart, this is going to be your pile. And the third pile is the Porcelain Ganesh and the Midnight City Tarot. So if you like this two combo, this is going to be your pile. And yeah, why I choose Ganesh is because Ganesh is the one who eliminates obstacle, and a lot of times when this aspect of Saturn, the old karma, is because we tend to stuck in our old ways, not being able to change the belief that we have or the relationship that we have, because we just simply don't know how to transmute the energy. So with the help of this Ganesh, may we see what we can choose today. Okay, how to behave differently, how to take baby steps towards moving on different direction in our life. And you can pause this video for meditating which pile that you most resonate with. And if you resonate with more than one pile, also trust your intuition and watch any of the other pile that you would like to see also. Okay, all right. And outside of this these 3 piles that you can choose, I'm also using different oracle decks today. One is from the Oracle of the Roses, the Galactic Heritage card, the Untamed Elemental, and Wisdom of the Oracle. Also one bonus as well as a lesson later on. Okay, so just start to meditate, and I will start with pile 1. I will start with taking the oracle cards for each pile while you're meditating. If you don't like this part, you can go straight to your own pile that you choose. You can fast forward it. What karmic lesson that they can get rid of? That's finishing for them, please. Elements, the nature of this karmic. Okay, so I already draw the oracle cards. Let's begin with pile 1. So guys, if you're choosing pile 1, you're choosing this Apophyllite Ganesh with the Tarot of Everlasting Day. Okay, we will read the tarot later, but we will start with the oracle cards. What is energy? You have the tribe, you have holographic healing, you have the element of the ladybug, you have the wisdom of the night, the Edinburgh rose. Okay guys, friends, with these 4 oracle cards, what I see in your reading is that you're someone from like really royalty kind of beginning, actually, with the tribe and the holographic healing, and also with the knights in the Edinburgh rose. Okay, so you probably come from the long line of family who's serving in the tribe and then serving to the royalty. So you probably come from a family who served the military or also administrative level in the royalty, you know. And yeah, because the Duke of Edinburgh rose reminds me of the late Duke of Edinburgh, which is the husband of the Queen Elizabeth. And you see, like, the meaning of old garden rose, it feels to me that it's really one of the original breed of the rose, you know, with the red like this, and it's just never ceased to bloom. Yeah, you know, like this is in full bloom, but then again always ready to give a new flower after the last one falling down. So its meaning also, it shows loyalty to, because it's you come from this knights within the tribe, right? It's probably started in Africa, so it's very, your genetic is very long time of this serving monarch or the tribe for people, you know. So I think the one that stood out for me in this realm is like, because we're talking about the old karmic pattern that you're ready to let go, it's also this new moon in Pisces. It's kind of, to me, it's talking about you need to let go of this this energetic belief that you need to serve others all the time, especially if you're being told to from the very beginning, from when you were a child, that yeah, this is how we do things, this is how our ancestry came from, you know, this kind of role, like the military, again, the administration. It's all come to mind, and it's just never ending path of learning to help to bloom, you know, to give good flavor, to give scent to the people around you. Yeah, and with the ladybug here, it reminds me of the story of the tentomushi. Tentomushi is a ladybug, and if it also reminds me of this new movie of Brad Pitt, Bullet Train. It's actually the character of the Brad Pitt there. It's by the old Japanese samurai master. He's saying you're a tentomushi, and in Japanese lore, the tentomushi is like the ladybug who's, these dots of the ladybugs is the karma, you know, the suffering that the ladybug took from other people so that other people could be happy, you know. It's like the energy of yeah, you're kind of like taking in all of the feedback from other people, all of the critics, even though even though it's not so nice, and you don't share it with your family as well. So with this card, I feel like, yeah, it's I feel like you need to let go of this thought patterns, you know, the idea that you need to always continue to grow, always continue to bloom. What's next? What's in the program line for me today? I'm also sometimes in this realm also, you know, because if you follow my other channel, Inner Hill Tarot, I always think about what to upload today, what kind of theme will be interesting for my followers, because I don't want to let them down already following my YouTube channel, and I don't create nice content. But also we have to remember that we need to let go sometimes, you know. We need to take a break also. Our body, it's not it's not something that's robotic, right? And this is makes me feel like you're turning it into a robotic act, you know. And with the holographic healing with the Pleiades in future, it's like, to me, because our body in 3D, it's actually not it's not just the only reality that we have. We actually have all of our soul at the same time workings on different dimension. So for example, if you see the recent movie of the Marvel movie, Doctor Strange, the Multiverse of Madness, or Everything Everywhere All at Once, this is what exactly what I meant. Our beings is not just in one reality, you know. And our what we do day to day in this body, in this 3D reality, affecting of our different beings as well. Like in here, you see, for example, this is our being, but whatever we do is affecting our being here and our being here as well, in the fifth dimension and in the seventh dimension. So with the holographic healing, and the karmic healing that we need to do, and the karmic lesson that we need to do, pile one, is to, when we recognize this energy, it's also helping us to move forward, you know. All of our being in the other realm, in the other dimensions, also got healed. Okay, it's very interesting reading. So let's see in the tarot to see more perspective. What is exactly the type of energy that you can heal at the moment? What type of energy, karmic lesson that pile one can heal? Alright, the back we have, I don't take reversals. So the Four of Pentacles. I have energy of Seven of Cups. Let's do Temperance and King of Cups. I need more space. I'm sorry, Kendall. You're out of the picture now. Let's just put it in here right now. Sorry, such a mess. Okay, so what I see from this spread is the energy of the karmic pattern that's going on and things that you need to heal. So when I see this with the 7 of Cups here, this pattern has been in your family for a very long time. You see, like I told you again, when I see the oracle cards, when you see this card, it's like someone who's in the gallery of a very big cathedral, something like this, and it's kind of evoke a feeling of royalty feeling for me, you know. So it's with the 7 of Cups, there's, you see inside this hall, there's so many cups that it's kind of also telling me that the never-ending cups that you can choose, you need to choose, you know. It's giving you the illusion of this task, actually, because you're helping your family line, probably your ancestor line is helping people, and then another opportunity to helping coming up, and then another opportunity is coming up again, and but it's always helping, you know. And every time you take one cup, it multiplies like this, like these roses. It's when you take one opportunity to help, it's multiplies. So which one the next project, and which one the next project, so it's just never ending. And after your ancestry line helping, it seems like they got like a glorified success, and yeah, a lot of glorified success, but it's not really serving them, because then they become a servant about it, you know. And your ancestry line before managed to do this with in balance, right? Like they want to do it in balance with the Temperance here, trying to put some of it, some of the energy of the cups, like the glory, into themselves, and they also giving away, like, oh, it's not just me, you know, it's also the help with other people. It's also help of other people, therefore I can help the majesty, I can help the I can serve in the military, something like that. And that pattern starting to set in your family line, because with this humbleness in the Temperance card, it makes your ancestry become someone who's referred as someone who's you know, who has the wisdom, actually, and have the creativity of how to resolve so many different situations, and so many ways of leading people, right? Because if you already choose so many cups, it's just natural that you become the king of it, you become the master of how to resolve certain things, especially in here it's said in the emotional realm. So it seems to me that probably your ancestors also someone who's diplomatic, even though it's not the suits of swords here, because diplomacy is not just with the mind, but also emotional intelligence. They know how to read people, they know how to lead the army, they know how to strategize, and working a lot with the water here, with the cups. Even the temperance here, it's the balance between the emotion and the mind, you see. So it's to me it's giving me the feeling that you come from a very strong line of diplomatic or diplomats in your family. It's probably economically as well, but someone who's very eloquent, very understand what makes people tick, you know. So from the emotional body, so that's what I see. And but this time around with you in particular, you don't want to, you're kind of exhausted by this, actually. That's what I see, because if you see these three cards, it's all cups, 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 you know. It's kind of dealing with emotional stuff. It can be draining, and you're thinking about rebelling, actually, with the Three of Wands here, from your ancestry line, and trying to find a new waters. And this new waters is, if you see that there's a lot of boat here, and it's majestic boat, you're kind of thinking of moving to a new country or new continents that's kind of far away from the old paradigm, the old way of dealing with emotions, you know, because you believe that there is other way, and it will lead you to path of the initiation. If you're this path of initiation is this month, this Pisces new moon in Pisces month, this good way to first of all own and give thanks to this to this realm, you know. It's your ancestry path. Without them there is no roses, without them there is no knowledge, you know. Roses also come to me as the knowledge, right, the truth of things. And with this is like the rose is also symbolize the petal of rose that coming up little by little, and understanding within oneself, you know. With this being red, and you also wearing a red robe, it feels to me that this is you, you know. You're trying to find your, where are you in this world, and starting the new journey to become to control, to understand your emotion. And it's not just to serving other people all the time, right? So yeah, so that's what I see with this initiation path, that yeah. And with the Ten of Wands here confirming the Three of Wands, it's to me is very clear that with the Three of Wands, it used to be, you know, emotion used to be like really frighten you, and that's become like a burden, because you cannot be as eloquent as the other people in your ancestry before. Yeah, because if you see this Ten of Wands, he took so many ideas, this guy, and with so many both of ideas, and so, but it's also so rooted down, it cannot move very fast. So to me the energy of Ten of Wands is always like you have to take a certain kind of responsibilities of the family. Maybe your family said you need to take the helm now, it's your time now to take the reign of this, but you don't feel like it, you know. If you see, especially with this King of Cups here, like with the flower, it seems like this King of Cups saying to you is like, we have so much knowledge and truth, it's time for you to take it. But then for you, this all flowers is just become a chain that I see here, that you feel like it stifles you, and it's not for you at all. So that's why you're in the reading today. And the path of your initiation is the path of the mind, you know. You need to incorporate it more of your mind with the Queen of Swords here, you see. To be you want to incorporate the perception, because I guess now in your mind it's you see, even in this keyword said water of air, so your family is from family or lifeline of full of emotional intelligence. Now it's your turn, but now instead of just emotional intelligence, you step up the IQ, the IQ, you know. So intelligence quotients or something, and emotional intelligence is EQ, emotional quotients or something like this. They said IQ and EQ basically. So basically this is you're initiated to the path of the Queen of Swords, you know, how to balance the IQ and the EQ. And this will help your holographic healing as well of your being on the other side, on the other dimension. And this is your final card, Seven of Swords. And yeah, basically the tarot said to take courage, you know, because the path of the mind sometimes also can be very because your family is master. So basically look at this Temperance and Queen of Swords, right? This Temperance card is more like a liquid part, and the Queen of Swords is more like in the air path. So your family, your ancestry line has the beautiful ability of balancing between mind and emotion, but more towards the emotional side. Now it's for you to do the other one, to be more balanced in the air side, in the mind side. And the courage here with the Seven of Wands, saying about, you see like all of these people here with you on top, they try to, this is the emotion, the fake self-belief, the inner critic, if you will, the tentomushi. These people here, are these spots, you know, all of these burdens that's trying to get you down. And the message here is to take courage and to know that you have the gift, you have the ability. Maybe the people, other people in your family doesn't have it because they don't have the ladder, but you took the necessary step already. I think you're someone who's already working on themselves with the self-healing and then self-awareness. That's how you get the ladder, to see things more clearly on top of the ego, you know, on top of a lot of harsh inner critics and stuff like that. Okay, that's your reading. And for more advice, the last advice that I will give you: what do you need to surrender to severe this contact with this inner harsh critic? What do you need to surrender? Okay. Yeah, you see. So you got 3 cards. Surrender to the magic of you, who you are. We all have magic in us. Yes, because you have the abilities that uniqueness and words that come from just being you. Yeah, that's the difference between you and your ancestral line. You did the work, you know, you did the inner work, the inner healing. That's why you become the magic. Yeah. And surrender your ego. That's come also from this as well. If you see this is from your ancestral line, the false self-belief, things that you say to yourself that is not true. This is your ego talking. Cultivate gratitude, be of service to others, and come from your heart. In here, the service to others will work if you only be the best of yourself. It doesn't work anymore, the old ways of being service to others in your situation. And the last one is surrender stress. Okay. So that is your reading for today in the new moon Pisces pile number 1. I hope it helps you and resonate with you. If you think it's working well for you, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like and share with other people in case this also will help them. Okay, bye bye pile number 1. Thank you so much. Hello pile number 2, welcome to the reading. If you're choosing the bronze Ganesh with the how come this, okay, with the playful heart tarot, this is your reading. Okay, so let's put it here. And let's see what is the energy of your oracle card first before we start your reading. Okay, so we have fork in the road, and the galactic energy, living in the now with cetacean, dolphin, and parallel universe. You got a seashell, and you have the outsiders, Duchess of Edinburgh. Oh, it's really interesting. The first pile got the Duke of Edinburgh, and you got the Duchess of Edinburgh. It's husband and wife, so probably you will be interested to see from the pile 1 as well. So that is really interesting because I'm shuffling the cards quite well and it still come out like this. Yeah, so what I see in your card pile 2. So when I see the Duchess of Edinburgh rose, it's kind of start to giving me the image of the late Queen Elizabeth of England, even though she's not calling herself the Duchess of the Duchess of Edinburgh, but because her husband is Duke of Edinburgh, so it feels to me that she's the Queen of England, the late Queen of England, you know. And in here it said the modern garden rose because that's who's the Queen Elizabeth were, right? And she's genius in my opinion. She's really genius because she's, instead of making the colonial countries of England to stand by themselves, she's make them, these countries, into a commonwealth, which is like also to help to become like a camaraderies of countries, and that's, it's not just helping England but also helping the participant countries, in my opinion. I mean, I could be biased because I live in England and probably they give me a lot of those of what do you call it, they probably give me a lot of those of indoctrination or something like this. Maybe the people from the other side of the colonialism doesn't feel that way. But when I see, for example, the recent movie Everything Everywhere All at Once with Michelle Yeoh, for example, she's from Malaysia and she's thriving so well, you know, and Malaysia is just like a neighboring country from Indonesia, and no one from Indonesia, the neighboring country, that have this kind of ability to go abroad and to starring in a Hollywood movie and get like a Oscar nomination, for example. So this is actually, I think, sorry I'm rambling, but I think this is the connection with your family in a term of the old karmic patterns that you need to recognize, is that your family is engaging with a lot of the transmutation, you know, with the modern garden rose. So your family is kind of people who's who's always standing on the fork of the road and try to figure out where is the next move, what is the next move. It's really the feeling and energy of the Queen Elizabeth. The whole life of her is always constantly, you know, like the Duke of Edinburgh as well, but always like constantly thinking which road is next, which road is better for my people. And that's in your family system. Your family line is always like, okay, where is the next step here, where is the next road to take? You see, this is with the bloom. One is fully bloom, one is almost bloom, one is not bloom, one is just like a I don't know how to say it all of a sudden. Yeah, it's a nip bud, it's a rose bud, right? So within these four, which one that I need to go? The same with this Ilama, which path that I need to take, right? And everyone is always in constant contemplating. That's the energy that I take from your family line. And with the living in now and seashell here, yeah, so this is the karmic pattern that that need to let go. And this is the two of this is kind of like a lot with the seashell here. It's kind of remind me of the pearl. So basically because your family ancestry is kept on going with like keep choosing for the greater good and not just for themselves, which road that I need to take. And some of it's not pleasant, you know, it's end up with the dead end. They have to come back and go to another path. It's wasting time. But with the seashells here, what I'm wanted to tell you is the good side of your family and that you can take to the next level, is this. It's that with a lot of fork in the road that gone wrong, they make it into like the sand that goes into the seashell and make it into a pearl of wisdom, you know. And also with the fork in the road, I see also your family is someone who's take life as an adventure and take the world as their oyster, you know, with the seashells here. That's how I feel about it. So this is the two wisdom that you can take to the next level. You don't have to transmute this, okay? The one that you need to transmute is just this continuous living in the fork of the road, and it's kind of giving me anxiety that your family probably the line of people who never just rest, you know, just keep continuing on journeying. Okay, what's next? And that's what this oracle card say here, to living in the now, you know, with the cetacean dolphin here and living in the parallel universe. So basically it is saying, if you keep on looking for the next adventure, you don't get to savor the success that you have, that you achieve, you know. There's no sense of achievement here. If you keep like if you keep blooming, for example, that means that you need to constantly put a lot of goods, right? A lot of goods in the soil, so to make sure that you keep on blooming. And it's not a very it's counter productive actually, because then it's kind of almost like give me feeling that your family a little bit afraid of resting, you know. It's like kind of FOMO energy, fear of missing out if you don't produce. So in this sense, it's like, yeah, it's like yes, the world is your oyster, but also don't forget to live in the now, in the water of now, you know. Feel, it's like if they both like living in the tropical waters is very warm, right? If you just keep producing the sand into pearl, you're kind of missing out that how warm the water is. And the dolphin here is saying be playful more, you know. That's what it's saying. You don't, when you're in the fork of the road, you don't need to search the book of wisdom of all of the pearl of wisdom from your ancestors, but also to just like relax. You're on the fork of the road, and then so what, just enjoy the moment now. You don't have to keep always going, you know. The answer sometimes can come out of nowhere when you're enjoying the water, enjoying your emotions. Probably the fork of the road has always give you anxiety, and it's like, what should I choose, should I choose, you know. So this is the emotion that become the emotional body becomes something that you alien about, you know. You're kind of afraid of your emotion also, because it's just giving you anxiety most of the time. And with the dolphin here, it's just asking you to like, come on, like, just be present, you know, with your emotion. Just journaling, just enjoy it. It's not gonna happen all the time. And with this said, it's probably the fork in the road will also gone by itself. It's not necessarily something that you have to decide now which path to take. Okay, so that's what I see with the oracle. Let's see what the tarot card said for pile number 2 with this pattern of fork in the road and anxiety. What is to take? Oops. What's the step to take? So here, the back of the card, you have Ace of Pentacles. Okay, pile 2. To have pile 1 stuck. Let's see in here. I forgot something, but I will let you know what I forgot. You have the Hermit, main energy here. You have the Chariot, Eight of Wands, the Moon, you have Ten of Swords, you have Four of Swords, you have the Empress. Okay, so it's very clear to me with the Hermit here being here and the fork of the road. It's actually also, I will take this one, things that I forgot and I suddenly see. You see like in here the Duchess of Edinburgh rose with the outsider. So I was keep talking about the anxiety, right? And this anxiety also come from the feeling of being the outsider all the time, you know, with this fork on the road. Your ancestors line, karmic lesson that you can let go is the feeling of being outsider as well. And you guys, your ancestry line or your karmic patterns is already keep taking so many fork in the road, but it never leads home, you know. It's always just like going around and around and around in circles. And that's why also the feeling of outsider and becoming feeling of source of anxiety, because there's no feeling of groundedness and home, you know, with the Hermit being here. It's you know, I kind of drawn with this yellow part of this, that this can be actually your home. It's to you see with the skull here, it's like your gut reaction or your belly is probably something that you don't trust actually before, and therefore you never enter here, and you just like believing what other people tell you, or believing or the outside world telling you to choose, instead of going inside yourself, you know, what is your gut feeling telling you. And with the Hermit here, it's this invitation to connect more with your gut feeling, with your gut feeling, because this is something that your ancestry kind of avoiding a lot, I feel. Yeah, because I see in the past, this is their dealings, okay? This is the part, their path was like the Chariot and the Eight of Wands. If you see this in this Chariot, you see like this is like a mom with two kids, and using all of her might, her own ability, her own her own ability and knowledge, basically, to keep running. And with the Eight of Wands, it's very Pisces energy as well, you know. Like, for example, this Chariot is like really striving, running to this direction, but actually the heart's wanting to go in this direction. So it's kind of split, creating the creating exactly the anxiety, because then, if especially with the fork of in the road, right, it's kind of makes you so confused, because sorry, I'm just not let me just do this, sorry for the movement. You see, this is like exactly like a fork in the road, you know. One is going to the left, one is going to the right, and the karmic pattern here is your body and your mind not really coherent. So for example, today I'm going to eat burger, but then you buy salad, you know. So to eat, I don't know why, but it's just the feeling that I get from here, you know. Maybe, yeah, different other things. So basically, it's just, it's very interesting, because your soul clearly wants to do something, but then your mind doing completely the opposite. You know, it's very funny. Also, the Chariot is Cancer, right, with the emotion. So your emotion saying one thing, but your mind saying completely the opposite, and that's become like source of imbalance and anxiety. And I see it, this is the pattern that it can be your karmic pattern yourself, or from your ancestor. Okay, with the moon confirmed by the Four of Swords, yeah, that's very, very clear, you know. Because if you come from the lineage of people who kept on being in the fork in the road, and kept on choosing something, you know, meaning to do something, but then do the total opposite, it's very tiring, right? Very tiring, and it's creates something that's confusion in your reality. With the moon, with the Four of Swords here, you're kind of confused again and again, and it's really tiring, and you need rest from this pattern, of course, you know. It is really tiring, you see, even though your eyes is already opened, but you're you don't know if it's the truth or something like that. Look, with the ghost here, ghostly here, there's a confusion, you know, the air of confusion here. And with the Four of Swords and the Pilot here, and it's, of course, you know, it's very clear. If you're if you don't know, if it's so cloudy outside, you don't fly. It's better not to fly, right? You just take a rest. You just take a rest and start to figure out first, you know. Oh, I also noticed this heart, the pirate heart. So it's also starting to get you into a rebellious mode, right? And with the Ten of Swords, confirming with by the Empress here, yeah, it's kind of clear to me that this Empress is from the Duchess of Edinburgh rose, with all of flowers here, like the rose here. So it's probably this pattern of mine came from your maternal side, and it's with the Ten of Swords here, it's kind of saying to me that the buck stops with you. You know, you're the one who can end this line of incoherency in your family, basically. Because Ten of Swords, you see like this balloon, is always saying about the dark before the dawn, you know. This is the dawn is coming in. So if you change this pattern, you're ending up this kind of like incoherency within your family. And I can see that with this two things, that actually the positive attributes from your maternal family, it can help you, you know, with the wisdom, the seashell's wisdom. Don't throw it all away. Gain it and transmute this pearls of wisdom from the what you call it, from the corruption of knowledge, right? There is a pearl in here. There's a lot of wisdoms on what your ancestry did. And don't forget to living in the now, okay? Connect more with your emotions. So let me give you a final message, which part of you to let go, basically, and how to work with this karmic patterns that you can let go at this time, okay? Right. So the first suggestion, surrender to trust. Yeah, of course. Part of like kept going on the fork of the road is because you don't trust your own gut. I told you already, right? The invitation to go within you to listen to your gut intuition. So your gut intuition is basically the trust on yourself, you see. Trust yourself and your decision here. Yeah, of course. Take action and be confident that you've chosen the right path. Yeah, you see, you don't need to keep going back and forth with the fork in the road. And I feel also to heal the feeling of being the outsider. I think there's a correlation here, because there's the vicious circle as well, because you're feeling of the outsider. You start to always listening to other people's strong opinions about you, and then from here it's going back again. You're feeling the outsider because it's not you, it's other people's view of what you're supposed to do, right? That's keep you being in the fork in the road all the time, and not just like go, you know. And the second one that you can do, surrender. You need to always be right. You see? Yeah, I told you with the seashells. That sometimes your ancestor can take like a new path or wrong, but the wrong path is become like the pearls of wisdom. So yeah, this is kind of telling me also to give thanks to your ancestor, because without them you don't also gain the seashell, the wisdom, the pearl of wisdom, you know. So forgive them for what they do, but without their taking the wrong path, you don't get the lessons from them, you know. You probably also did the same mistake, right? So that's basically it, my friend, pile number 2. I hope this reading is resonated with you. You probably want to check pile number 1 as well. Pile number 1 is come from the patriarch side, the father side. So, and please let me know if it's resonate with you. Like, subscribe, and share this reading. That can help my channel to grow so much. And yeah, see you in the next reading if it's helping you. Bye. Hi, pile number 3. Welcome to the reading. If this is your pile that you choose, the Ganesh, the ceramic Ganesh with the Midnight City Tarot, then this is your reading now. Okay, let's put this here for now. Let's put the Ganesh here. It's been a good and quite beautiful reading, actually. Let's see what the cards have for you. First we have the energy, a leg up, okay, and then the galactic energy, guilt, Pleiades past, okay, then we have the elements energy of the wolf, okay, and the explorer, old garden rose, Amy Filbert rose. Let me read the guidebook of this rose. It's asking me, asking me to read number 28. Journeys, adventure, exploration, self-discovery. Sagittarius, okay. See, the deities is also Ganesh. Wow, okay. Time to get on the next chapter and face whatever you are involved in, as staying still might just mean you fall backwards. Okay, let's go to what do you feel you still need or hope to discover about yourself or your world. Okay. Bred by famous nurseryman Jean-Pierre Filbert in 1828 in France, he named this rose after his daughter Amy. It is said she was particularly devoted to her father, and he treasured the relationship. Jean-Pierre bred the rose at Longjumeau, near Paris, where he had testing ground set aside for his work. This almost evergreen rose can grow 5 meter high and needs full sun, but can grow in all soil types as long as they are fertile. Well-drained soil should be kept moist and not allowed to dry out. Flowers midsummer to mid-autumn. Okay. So, with this explorer rose, what I see is your ancestry or your karmic ancestry are people who taking advantage, actually. Sorry to say this, taking advantage of the exploration of the new places to recreate something that's almost impossible otherwise, if it's in a natural habitat, of course, you know. So for example, when we read the ethnobotanical properties of this rose is kind of, to me, is almost perfect rose, because first of all, it can grow in all soils and flowers in a perfect time, you know, in summer and autumn. Because if most of roses is actually need soil, that poor soil, mostly that's you know, is chalky soil and not so good soil to thrive. And a lot of them is flowering in the springtime, I think, and in autumn, you know. It's not like this rose is in summer and autumn. And also the way that this rose come into being, like we said, it's based on someone, a Frenchman, making the experiment dedicated to his daughter. So, and also it's need a full sun, you know, it's need full attention, and it needs uh, moisturize the soil at all time to get it flowered. So it seems to me that your ancestral line or your karmic that you can let go is the egotism, and the feeling of just to create something to benefit your own ancestral line. You know, that's what I see here. That is correlate with the guilt of the galactic feeling in your being with the Pleiades past. I think with the Pleiades past, if I'm not wrong, the story here is like they created a certain kind of let me read it also, actually, because I'm not clear. I prefer to give you a better explanation. Real. You see, well-intentioned action by the Pleiadians ended up causing a whole planet to be destroyed. They have failed a lot, but human can still carry this pattern. Yeah, you see, like the same kind of energy with this rose. They created a civilization that's probably, it's not wrong, right, to create a new breed of rose that dedicated to your daughter. You know, but it's all, when you look it in hindsight, it felt very self-serving. It's very short-sighted, self-serving, not short-sighted, but it's only benefited you, you know, because with the name also, right, because become the name of the daughter. So it's like the karmic lesson here, that ready to let go is doing something just for the glory of you, you know, and at the same time to see the past situation as a gift instead of something that, oh my god, what have we done, kind of thing. Your ancestry, you don't know what you don't know, basically, right? They also did the best that they can. So this is the family, the ancestral line feeling that needs to let go of, you know, both from like just doing something for the glory of your own self. So because I see also from this, with the creation, basically you come from family with a lot of knowledge. If you don't have any knowledge, how can you breed a new kind of roses, for example? How can you have a certain kind of civilization on your name, right? It's just not happening. So basically, don't throw this away also with the guilt. There's no need. Like 41 is amount to number 5, which is change this energy of guilt, right, into 2, and 8 is 10, which is the, in major arcana, is the wheel of fortune. Change it into fortune of everyone, including you, instead of you just making it into guilt, and you become the wolf, you know, because the wolf here, the archetype of the wolf, the element of the wolf is very mammalian brain, you know. So you're kind of tying in, because you feel the guilt here, your family line become like, okay, I'm going to attack first instead of being attacked, you know. So you're very loyal to your family, you're just serving your family. They're a pack of wolves know their hierarchy in the family, you know. For example, if you're the older wolf and you're kind of sick, they're actually going to put you in the front of the pack, because they know the pace of you. And also, as an older leader of the pack, you become the canary in the mines, you know. You become someone who for example, other animal will attack first, because you're old anyway. So it's the certain kind of sacrifice to the family to protect all of this knowledge from outside, you know. And this is also a kind of thinking that you can let go of, you know. All of this knowledge can be benefit for so many people, and the world, the people is also a pack, a family, is a part of your clan, the human clan, right? It's not just your family of birth. You can use all of this wisdom of your family to help humanity. So this is the karmic pattern that you can let go of at this time. Okay, do it here. And with the leg up, it's confirming what I just said, you know. You see this mother bear with the cub here. It's this is your family clan, the wolf here, right? And you can help humanity with so many knowledge that you have, you know, with the roses here. Look at the rosebud here. This is all the rosebuds that ready to bloom. For example, if you just give one drop of knowledge to humanity from what your family know, or from what you know, you can help a lot actually. Okay, so that's what I see from the oracle. So let's see from the tarot cards, how is this energy of the wolf affecting your karmic cycle and possibly your ancestors. Line. Oof. Almost immediately, okay. Okay. Just get this. Okay. See the back of the card, 7 of Cups. Okay, we already have. Oh, it's one card. We already have the Hermit. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, it's very clear. Oh wow, look at this. Okay, so pile 3, from what I see is your family line comes from like very strong spiritualist, you know. So probably they have a lot of hidden knowledge, the knowledge of how the alchemist, you know, with the hermit here, you see, they're always learning, constantly researching, and they don't do much outside to do things with social with others. You see, if you see the whole cards, it's yeah, it's only one is the 2 of Cups, working with others. But the rest is like a very solitary life and never-ending searching actually, which is good and bad. Some you need people also to go into the deep knowledge, but this is what it came from, right? That's why you can help the humanity, because you have this ability to learn, you know, and understand things that other people don't. And with the King of Swords and 4 of Coins here, it's like I said in the first, these 2 cards, that your ancestry line or your karmic situations is like, yeah, you just keep all of the finance, your financial gain, and you're smart to yourself, you know. Both of this is just like occupied within yourself, and how to create another rose, probably how to create another income stream for yourself, instead of also sharing it with others, with your fellow humans. So this is the the karmic belief that or the karmic or the patterns, behavior patterns that you're doing a lot, right? With the Two of Cups in here, confirmed by the Eight of Cups, it seems to me that's probably your this is more like you. It's not necessarily your ancestral patterns, but it seems to me that you have a lot of disappointments, probably in your childhood and your relationship with others. It seems like I don't see any water here, so there is not much emotions, meaning that the emotional world for you or relating with others, it's something that you struggle, you know. So this is probably what you're longing for the most, but you don't know how to connect with it. So therefore, yeah, you don't know how to connect and find other people to feel love, you know. And yeah, to feel love, you don't know how to connect in this sense, you know. And you just connect with other people in this world with the sheer willpower, actually. And this is also can be probably from your ancestors, because if you see, this is like with the candle here, it's definitely just the sheer of willpower to learn all of these methods. And with the King of Swords, when they gain status, they just kept on doing, you know, they kept on innovating. With here, with the pencil here, they keep innovating, and then they put the financial gain for themselves, because they don't know how to deal in the emotional level, you know. And even like, look at the wolf. The wolf is just seeing and speaking from the sheer willpower and lower desires. So yeah, and also this can be like also the guilt. It's ridden by guilt as well, from what your ancestor had done, and it's starting to affect you because you don't know how to deal with other people or relate in the healthy emotional way, it seems like. Oh, pile 3. It's okay. Let's it's okay, actually. Okay, and let's see if you, and the last cards with the Empress and Emperor here is if you not decided, if you can figure out how to work with this pattern and integrate it more with the emotional level, look at what you're going to be, you know. You're going to be the Empress blooming. Instead of like the white rose from your ancestor family, you're creating your own rose, a red rose, which is like instead of just thinking from the mind, relating with the mind, you're relating with your emotions, you know. You're creating from the depth of your being, while at the same time you still incorporated your white rose with the Emperor, you know. You have the emotional abilities, but you're also strong like the Emperor. Okay, and the message, the last card that I took I took too many. One card is the High Priestess, to start talking to your intuition. So in this sense, what I see with these two cards is like you're taking two parts. For example, take one pillow, and one pillow is become the Eight of Cups, you know, and you become the High Priestess, and you're asking the Eight of Cups, so why are we failing here? What do I feel with the cups number 1, number 2, and number 3? How do I feel when I encounter this failure? And you put it writing down if you're not really in tune with your intuition, and then you switch side, you sit in this Eight of Cups, and you feel the feeling when of the Eight of Cups, of the disappointment. How do you feel after you talk to this disappointment? How do you feel? you know, when you sit in the disappointment. And then also write down in your notebook if it's the same what the intuition say when you sit in the intuition say to the disappointment. But then when you're sitting on the disappointment part, is it still the same? Is it true? That's how you fine-tuning your intuition, actually. I hope I make sense. You know, so this is how you going to blossom, yeah, with the exercise of the intuition from the High Priestess. Okay, so the last advice is what else that needs to be surrendered for this group 3 to help them let go this pattern. Let's see, this one want to come out. So let's see, number 1 is surrender to complete healing. Yes, of course. You see, open fully to the loving, compassionate forces of the universe that support your physical, emotional, and spiritual healing. Yeah, that's very clear, of course, because you're come in a line of ancestors, or probably your belief is to survive first, you know, to make sure that your wolf pack is okay and thriving. But the message of the surrender of complete healing here is also to let this barrier go. You know, you're part of a human clan, human family, and it's not just your birth family, right? So, and if you feel disappointed emotionally, this is the exercise that I just said to you. Sit with it, right? That's your journey of healing. Okay, and the last one, surrender procrastination. Okay, so don't procrastinate, you know, with this journey of healing, right? Because otherwise you just kept on doing what your karmic patterns or your family always doing, just helping your own pack, you know. So this is the karmic pattern that's available for you to let go at this new moon in Pisces. Okay, I hope the reading makes sense and helping you. If you find this correlates or makes sense to you, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the reading, so probably other people also can use the reading as well and see if it correlates with them as well. And thank you so much, so much for your time in this channel. Please don't forget to subscribe this one and my other channel, Inner Hill Tarot. And thank you so much for your time, and see you in the next reading. Bye.